In today's video, I'm going to be going over my personal trading results for the last 2 years. And the reason I do this is for a couple of reasons, but the primary one is that if you spend any amount of time watching my videos or you consider purchasing something from me, I want you to know that I do actually trade, that I actually, do what I talk about on my videos. And the reason I feel the need to even say that is because a lot of influencers or traders in the space, they offer services, but they never prove that they actually do what they talk about. So in today's video, I've got my phone right here. I'm going to be taking a look at my personal trading results across 2 of my main trading accounts, and we'll jump right in. Okay, so what you can see here on the screen is my Webull account, and Webull is what I use to trade ETFs, options, stocks, etc. Primarily what I trade does happen to be, ETFs like SPY, QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, S&P, or GLD, which is gold. So I can trade ETFs to sort of mirror the, movements that I'm seeing in parts of the market that I want to trade. So as we jump into this, a couple things to mention. What you can see here is that over the last 2-year period, the account is up $220,330 on this first account. And so that's about a 2-year period where I have been adding to this account, but that P&L there is the actual net realized or unrealized gains on the account. It's not including deposits in any way. So you can see overall the account has grown over time. We've had some drawdowns, and overall it's a smooth chart up and to the right. Now, I gotta mention that this has been a pretty good 2-year period for my trading results, and there are times where it's not been so good. If I look at the beginning of 2022, I went through some drawdown. I've discussed that on my channel many times, but this is the last 2 full years on this account. If we scroll down and take a little further look here, what we can see is the last 2 years on a percentage basis and relative to the Dow Jones, and we can also do the S&P 500. And so you can see there is the results on the account. Now, I want to also mention that, some traders might see 100 and something percent, and they might say in 2 years, that seems very low. Well, and I get this question often on my channel, but for me, it is all about relatively slow and steady growth in my account. I'm not looking to make massive gains. I'm not looking to make 20% per month or 50% per month or anything like that, because with that, you accept a high probability that you could blow the account along the way, which is not something I'm willing to accept. On my account, I'm looking for slow and steady growth. I'm looking for, returns that compound over time and get bigger, and accepting that I'm going to have periods in the market where things are not going very well. So the trading P&L, again, $211,000. I also collected some dividends on things that I've held during that period of time. I've also done some options trading as well. So if we scroll down here, you can see a lot of the income, or a portion of the income, increasingly so, by the way, has become coming from options. So I like to sell cash secured puts and sell covered calls against positions. I won't go into detail on what that means if you're new to options in this video, but it has helped to actually smoothen out my equity curve over time from the standard kind of going long or short particular things that I think are going to happen in the markets. Now, when we talk about the results here, what are these results coming from? I'll get to that in just a second and talk a little bit about my trading strategy. But first, understand that, just going through this, these are live accounts. They may not be the most impressive results you've ever seen in your life, but that's not what I'm really going for. My goal with this video is just to show you what works for me, what is a consistent rate of return for my trading style, so on and so forth. So keeping along here, that is pretty much what we got to show. I've also made a slight gains in crypto, but nothing really substantial, just some Bitcoin trades that I've placed. The second account I'm going to show you is up $55,391 over the last 1 year. This is a relatively newer account that I've created, and most of this is just boring passive stuff. I had a big idea this year that rate cuts were going to happen, and so I went long a bunch of bonds, which is really boring. But bond ETFs like TLT, USHY, I've traded a bunch of different things here, and these are mostly just holds that I've had for, the better half of a year. In fact, this account is a temporary one. It's actually something I'm planning on, completely liquidating at some point in order to put a down payment on a house. So just being completely real, this is an account that's been a nice extra $55,000, which is obviously, a great return, about 9.5% over the last 1 year. But this one is mostly meant to be a slow and steady account, but to be up 9.5% is still very good, considering most of the time, if you were to just buy and hold bonds passively, that's going to get you somewhere like 4% per year, 5%, depending on, what happens in the world. So now that we've gone through some of the trading results, I also wanted to just discuss briefly what it is that, has helped me to achieve those sorts of gains. And the answer is my trading style or strategy incorporates a mix of looking at fundamental market analysis or macro economic statistics, things like that, like, for example, inflation statistics or jobs reports like NFP or GDP growth. And I look at all of this stuff, and that actually does really play a huge component in my trading decisions. So in fact, the software that I use is also the software that my company sells. I run a company called A1 Trading. We build tools for traders. Specifically, our focus is on the economic data side of things, as that seems to be where a lot of traders are looking for, better tools. So full transparency, I do not make all my money just from trading. I also have this YouTube channel, and I also have a software business. So just full context there. I'm not trying to say otherwise. We do make money from selling software for sure. That being said, building and selling software is no easy feat. It's my background in the world. I went to school for computer science, and this is obviously something I'm also very passionate about, is building software and tools, and that's something I've loved doing. Anyways, it does genuinely contribute to the trading returns that I personally have been able to generate. I use this software in combination with a very simple technical analysis approach to find setups and to look for opportunities in the market. So what I'll usually do is I will go over to the top setups algorithm, and I'll be looking for high scoring or low scoring charts and symbols. So if I go down here, these are more bearish symbols. And if I look up here, these are more bullish symbols. So for example, this Dow Jones pop-up, bullish reading may be something where I'm looking for a possible bullish opportunity on the Dow Jones based on the economic data, which contributes to the score, as well as trend, seasonality, retail positioning, and the commitment of traders report. So I'm studying all of these different metrics to help get a generated bullish or bearish signal from the software. And then I go look at the technical chart. So just as an example, we'll go look at the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones is getting a bullish reading, and perhaps I'm waiting for a setup. I don't have one on the Dow, but let's just say this thing pulls back. I may be looking for a long opportunity, or if it was giving me a bearish opportunity, I'd be looking for a technical setup on the bearish side. So, just full context, there is no magical system that's going to tell you when to buy and sell, and it's just going to be easy. But the Edge Finder is an attempt to simplify the process, and it is the screener that I use to find setups. That being said, if you'd like to get access to the Edge Finder, we'll leave links in the description down below for you to check it out. You can get a 30-day trial. It's not a free trial, but if you'd like to try it for 30 days for $199, that does get credited towards your final purchase if you choose to get the software. So anyways, moving on from that, my technical side of things is very, very simple. Usually I'm looking to buy pullbacks in an uptrend or sell pullbacks in a downtrend. And I'm looking to trail stops. So let's just go back to our Dow Jones example, and let's just say that this market comes down and gives me an opportunity to get long. And let's say that I end up taking that position because I like the Edge Finder's confirmation, I like the technical setup, and let's just say I get long. If I'm wrong and the technical chart just doesn't marry up with what my theory was, I could stop out and take a loss. But if I'm right, what I typically like to do is let winners run, which has been a very good strategy for me over the years. It doesn't work all the time, and nothing is, always easy. But let's just say that this is what happens with price action next. And I went long, and let's just say it was a great entry. My stop loss initially was here. It would usually get moved anytime we put in some sort of higher high and then higher low. I'm looking to trail stops and then repeat that function over and over each time we see some sort of higher low, followed by or preceded by a higher high. So when we see higher highs, higher lows, I am legitimately just using simple technical analysis to manage the trade. For me, the hard part of trading is not the technicals. Technicals are very simple. For me, the difficult part of trading is understanding the fundamental analysis side of things, which I've incorporated software to help me do that. So The results generated here that I've shown you here are the result of understanding fundamental analysis in combination with a simple technical approach that I personally use in the markets. So I hope this has been helpful to you. If you'd like to find out more information about the Edge Finder and get access to this tool, again, there will be links in the description down below for you to get your access today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this was helpful. See you next time. If you're someone who watches my channel and you're from outside of the US, I want to tell you quickly about our top broker partner here on the channel, 8cap. 8cap is regulated by ASIC and SCB, and through TradingView, you can actually trade directly with your 8cap account. They also offer very competitive spreads and commissions. They have a wonderful support system and team, and you can trade anything from Forex pairs, commodities, indices, and even some select stocks. Check out 8cap using the link down below in the description, and there are some special sign-up perks if you use that link down below again in the description. Thanks for watching.